Two men in Salt Lake City found themselves the victims of a carjacking.
The perps? Two women pretending to be police officers. Daniel Woodruff live on this story for us tonight. And Daniel, did these women actually dress up like police officers?
No, Mark and Shauna, that's the crazy part. They did not dress up like officers. They didn't have any uniforms on. They didn't even flash any fake police badges. They just told the men they were law enforcement, and they ended up getting away with the victims' money and their car.
It's an odd case, it really is.
You can say that again.
The whole situation is pretty odd.
Sunday evening, 9 o'clock, two men were at this house near 9th West and 2nd South in Salt Lake City visiting a friend.
And two females come up and tell them that they are agents. What kind of agents, I don't know.
That didn't seem to matter. These two would-be officers of the law told the men more police were on the way.
Didn't have any guns, didn't have identification, no badges, anything like that. The males believed them.
Police say the women made the men come out here to the front of the house. They told them to sit down on the curb, cross their legs, and answer some questions. The women then stole the men's wallet, keys, and took off with their car.
And they got into his 2001 blue Toyota Celica and then left the scene. And the males weren't injured in any way other than maybe their pride, and they were a little shaken up, of course.
Not long after, the car was found, but officers are still surprised this all happened the way it did.
And sometimes when you see somebody as impersonating an officer, they're doing it with a badge or something like that and telling somebody that they work at a certain department. So neither one of them were even in anything that looked like a uniform.
So what were they wearing?
Female Hispanic, heavy set, and she was wearing a blue shirt with khaki pants, and they were capri pants. And then the other female was wearing a blue shirt with black shorts.
Police would like to remind everybody that real officers typically wear a uniform, and if they don't...
But normally they'll have a picture ID as well as a badge.
In this case...
Pretty gutsy though, to go up and on the odds that somebody's going to believe that you're an agent without any ID, and they did that.
Now, the two suspects in this case, the women are still on the loose tonight. Again, the car was recovered. The women are described as being in their 30s. One of them is Hispanic, one of them is white. Now, if they're caught, they both face some pretty serious charges, including vehicle theft, robbery, not to mention impersonating a police officer. Now, this might go without saying, Mark and Shauna, but the police say that they do not believe the victims and the suspects knew each other in this case. Back to you.
All right, Daniel Woodruff from Salt Lake City. Thanks, Dan.